Hello everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving here 2016 and today I'm going to shoot a couple videos. I already filmed part of mine for the turkey I'm making today, and this video is going to show you about the sushi I'm going to make. I know it's not the most traditional meal for Thanksgiving, but I grew up in a Japanese home. I learned how to make sushi when I was young from my grandmother, and throughout the years became better at it. So a tradition my friends and I have is making sushi, so we figured it's a great one to integrate into Thanksgiving. So I'm going to start by showing you how to make the sushi, and it all begins with the rice. Okay, so when cooking rice, I always use a rice cooker. If you put the right amount of water and rice in there, it's going to just be perfect every time. So, if you haven't used a rice cooker, here's a real skinny on how to use it. When you bought this thing, it came with a special measuring cup, which is just a 3/4 of a cup measuring cup, most likely. But that's going to correspond with these numbers here on the side. So, you're just going to put in the appropriate amount of cup of rice, how many cups you want according to the scale. So this is a 10-cup rice cooker. It goes up to 10, so you would give 10 scoops or 10 3/4 of a cup. I'm doing 8 cups, so 3/4 of that is 6. So I put 6 cups of rice in here. And then we give it a really good rinse. Wash your rice. So, rinsed it, still very cloudy. Dump out the water, do it again. If you use hot water, you're going to start the cooking process. You don't want to do that. You want to use cold. Okay, a lot clearer. It's not the thick white that it is when it first started, so I'm going to call that good. Now, on most rice cookers, I can't say all of them because I've seen ones that aren't right. You'll see these numbers on the side. And those will correspond with a type of cup that it comes with for measuring. That cup is 3/4 of a cup. I've lost mine, so I just used math and did 3/4 of a cup for every cup that I want. So I want 8 cups total. So I put 6 cups of rice in, and then you fill the water up to that line. Let's see here. How am I sitting? I am a little low. Let's just top that off. And sorry, I'm filming this with a camera in one hand and everything else with the other. All right, perfect 8 cups right there. So, now, just put that in my rice cooker. Mind you, it is like morning. It's 10 a.m. I don't plan on eating any sushi till 4 or 5 because I want this rice cool. I want it room temperature. So there we go. Gonna let it cook. It'll take about half hour, maybe a little more. It'll stop automatically, and then I'll proceed from there. Okay, so I have to apologize. After the rice finished, I forgot to record more video. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown here of what you do. So it's pretty simple. First thing you want to do is take the rice out of the rice cooker or metal pot or however you cooked it, and transfer it to either a wooden bowl, which is preferable, or plastic. You do not want to leave it in the metal.
and then you want to season it. So most people would use the seasoned rice vinegar, and what the seasoning is actually just a little bit of sweetener or sugar. If you get the non-seasoned rice vinegar, you want to add a little bit of sugar, like a teaspoon or two, depending on your taste. And you just need to add an appropriate amount according to how much rice you have. Of course, I've been doing it a while, so I just kind of do a few glugs and see if I like the taste. I think it's like a quarter cup for 8 cups of rice or something like that. But it should be a little bit vinegary, with a little bit of sweetness to it, but definitely you don't want it overwhelming. Note though, when the rice is still hot, the vinegar is going to get with the steam, and if you get a big lungful of that, it's going to be overwhelming no matter how little you use. So from there, we can go on and just let it cool. And like I said before, you want this rice to be room temperature all the way down there. Once it fully cools, then we could get on to the rolling.
Okay, so here's the prep for the sushi. So Jenny is working hard, getting everything ready. We got red bell peppers, cucumber. That tray there is Spam that's been fried in soy sauce and a little bit of brown sugar. It's delicious. If you haven't had that in sushi, I highly recommend it. And some green onions, and then we have some fish somewhere as well. So this is the prep. We'll get rolling here shortly. Okay, now I'm going to show you all how to roll a roll real quick. So, first off, nori, the seaweed. These are half sheets, so I just took normal sheets, cut them in half, because we're going to be rolling with the rice on the outside, and that's the way to do it. So, hands wet with water, and the water keeps your hands from sticking to the rice. If I was in a restaurant, I would have gloves on. My friends know me well. And sometimes I wash my hands even. At least once a week. Twice if I'm nice. So I'm going to try to get about a 1/4 inch-ish thick all around this whole thing. Having it nice and even is very important. Otherwise it just looks terrible. Alright, I'm going to call that good. We're going to take this whole thing and just flip it. So now we're going to get our ingredients. I'm going to just make a basic California roll. So that involves crab or imitation crab, if you're cheap like me. Cucumber. So, a couple slices there. And some not quite perfectly ripe avocado. Perfectly ripe avocado would be better. Okay, and the roll. And let's see if I can do this right, because, you know, it doesn't always work right. So I'm just going to try to take this edge, fold it in towards the center there, and roll. And now I'm going to try to pack it tight, pull it out, pull the mat out at the same time. And there we have it. One sushi roll. Now I just got to cut it into pieces and it's going to be good. Okay, here we have Jenny cutting it up for us. The really important thing here is super sharp knife and a wet blade. Keeps the rice from sticking. And let's see if we can get a good view of these. There's our sushi there. Nice fully loaded California rolls.
Okay, so after a bit of rolling by both myself and Shane, we got ourselves a nice little spread of sushi, and it complemented our dinner quite well. I don't know if you could really tell there, but we have salmon lox, we have spam, and we have crab. That with all the vegetables in different configurations, made for some very, very tasty sushi. Well, if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, a like there, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you want to see my other video I made today on how I brined a turkey in an apple cider brine, just go ahead and click on that turkey up in the upper left there, and it'll bring you right over to that video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and a great rest of the year.